how are we doing? This is just kind of a little run over of my most recent leg day. So just a little bit of background on why I'm kind of doing this leg day as well. Recently I've been a little bit injured, kind of having problems with my knees and my hamstrings. So I've had to kind of start off kind of building up my strength and kind of endurance again. Since kind of getting back into training. I was kind of off for a holiday in case you were wondering. So I'm starting off with walking, pulsing lunges. The reason I'm doing a walking pulsing lunge to start with is so I can go relatively lightweight while keeping the muscle. We're trying to work still under a good bit of tension. So with the walking lunges, we're basically looking to kind of hit predominantly quads, but with the kind of pulse, you get a good bit of hamstrings and glutes in about it. So I'm not going to be doing any squats in that for a good while, to be honest, I don't think. Also, what is great about this kind of pulsing lunge or any lunge in general is you're working each leg unilaterally. And I kind of have quite a few imbalances from my left to right leg, so I'm kind of trying to sort that out just now. So I'm basically doing 4 sets of this. I'm doing 2 lengths, so each length is about roughly 10 to 12 steps. So I'm just making sure I'm finishing on the opposite leg from what I started with, and that'll give me equal amount of reps. The following exercise will be a unilateral hip thrust, kind of keeping with that single leg theme still. This is basically going to target your glutes. I've really been hammering a lot of glutes exercises recently, as it's a muscle I kind of found was lagging with myself. I never trained glutes until probably the start of this year, maybe just the tail end of last year. So unilateral hip thrust is kind of what I've moved on to, so I've built up quite a good bit of weight with a barbell hip thrust. As you can see here, I'm trying to keep my shoulders pinned back on this bench and just let my hips drop down. And then I'm kind of switching from left to right. I would usually start with my left leg as my right leg is stronger. That's just to kind of help that muscle imbalance again. So just say, for example, I only got 10 reps with my left leg. I'd only do 10 reps with my right. And that'll tend to help kind of even them up over time. Or at least that's the plan anyway. So let's see how it gets on. Yep, but that's pretty much it with this exercise. Quite a simple one, but it's really hard, to be honest, with just body weight. Can I try that, and then if you want to add any extra weight, maybe add a dumbbell onto your hips as you're performing this. So next, as I was saying, glutes were a lagging body part for me, especially my kind of lower half, as well as hamstrings. To be honest, my leg training was probably not the best until kind of this year. Kind of maybe done a wee bit too much quads. But the next exercise is Romanian deadlifts. So this is going to hit both your glutes and hamstrings. This is essentially the top half of a deadlift. As you can see, I'm taking this bar down to just past my knees, and I'm kind of force my hips forward as I'm coming up. On the way down, I like to take my time, try and feel a little bit of stretch, and then I'm forcing my hips right forward into the bar and kind of trying to contract my glutes at the top. I'm going for 8 to 12 reps in this, as I prefer to kind of go higher reps in this one and more kind of feel the exercise rather than just trying to load up a lot of weight on the bar and kind of just get the bar up, as I feel it's kind of takes away from the exercise if you do that. Usually you can kind of let your back kind of come into it too much, and that's not what we want to do. We want to work the lower body in this workout today. After Romanian deadlifts, I moved on to a unilateral pistol squat onto a bench. So basically, I'm kind of like trying to squat down on one leg. This is again to try and help with that imbalance in between my legs. I only done between 3 and 5 reps here to kind of build up strength first. As you can see, I'm not very good at movement. Actually just stumbled right there. But 3 to 5 reps, get comfortable doing it there, and from there I'll then build up the reps. My form is nowhere near good enough on this yet, but it's a case of building it up. Everybody's got to start somewhere. So I'll just keep practicing until I keep getting better, and that's how we improve, get bigger and move forward and just keep advancing with training. So bear in mind, everybody's got to kind of start at one point, so there's no issue with being bad at an exercise in the gym. Don't worry about people kind of looking at you if you're doing it wrong. You will get better over time, and that's just how it happens. Everybody starts somewhere. The following exercise will be a seated hamstring curl. I'm changing up to this just because I've been doing quite a lot of prone hamstring curls. You can actually see a woman in the background of this video doing the prone hamstring curl. For kind of isolating the hamstrings, I don't feel there's a better exercise than these two machines, because the constant tension from the cables just makes it suffer for a much better contraction, whereas I've seen people try this with like dumbbells and stuff like that, but if you can imagine, the top of the movement is really easy, the bottom is really hard, whereas with this it's hard all the way through the movement, so you get a really good feel for it. Then I've moved on to leg press, so I'm trying to basically do the leg press where my legs are pretty much exhausted at this moment in time, so that's why we'll be doing again 8 to 12 reps in this. So as I'm saying, just kind of getting back into training. So workouts are still relatively light compared to what they've been, and I've got a wee bit higher reps just to kind of again stick with a lighter load and kind of get back into the training. As I says, there's no point trying to go kind of super heavy as soon as you're just getting back into training. But I think it was 3 sets of this for 12 reps, I believe, and that's 170 on the leg press. There's actually 2 clips here, one's 150 and one's 170, just because I was alternating in between. And then we move on to stretching. So what we're doing here is a quad stretch. As you can see, I've brought my knee, my bottom knee in the ground up. The reason for this is to put my hips into a better position for me to stretch my quads, so it's mostly just the quads I'm stretching. I've kind of fast forwarded this here. I'm holding each side for 45 seconds. I also kind of tense my abs and curl my stomach in to stop me getting a kind of tilt in my an arch in my lower back, which again takes some of the stretch off the quads. Following that, I go into a glute stretch. I believe this is a yoga pose called the pigeon pose. I'm sure I was told this by one of my older clients. Again, holding this for 45 seconds each leg, just because I'm just still really, really tight and I'm looking to kind of really improve my flexibility. And after this, we have one more stretch, which I'll let you see in just a minute. The last little clip will be of my last stretch of the day, which is a hamstring stretch. So as you can see here, I'm putting a bend in my standing legs, one leg straight out in front of me, my toes pointing up to the ceiling. And I'm starting at the top, I keep a nice straight back, and what I do is I think about pushing my hips as far back as possible, while maintaining that straight back. So while we're pushing the hips back, that's going to elongate the hamstrings and then get a good stretch. But something I've been adding in while I've been doing this stretch is getting into position, and then once I'm in position, I then tense my quads, which then elongates the hamstring a little bit more and makes for a kind of much greater stretch. And I hold this for 45 seconds each leg, and after that, that'll be me finished for the day. Thanks for watching. The full workout will be up on screen after this little clip, if you want to give it a little screenshot and go try it yourself. Thanks again.